Hi all, welcome to Bhavya's Arts. Whoever joined the session, kindly type your name and from which place you are joining. This session is going to be more like interactive session. We'll see all types of color wheel, color mixing, everything we'll see. Okay, so kindly be active in the class and you can use chat box whenever you are having any questions. You can use the chat box. Okay. Whoever joined the class, kindly type your name and from which place you are joining. In the chat box, you need to type. Okay. Malady Srinivas Reddy. Uh, Hi, sir. If my students has joined, type your name in the chat box and mention from which batch you are joining. Adya Prisha. Hi, Prisha. Good evening. How are you? You ready for the session? So within 4 minutes, we'll going to start our poster color landscape painting. Okay. So today we will be using minimal drawing and we'll paint by using brush. Even the skeletal drawing and all we'll be using brush itself. We don't use pencil. No need of pencil today. Okay. So we call it as impression painting. First we'll create impression and then we will paint. So be ready with poster colors. I'll show poster colors. So you will get poster colors like this. Okay. So be ready with this colors and brushes. For watercolor and poster color, you can use the same type of brushes. Okay. So both are water soluble colors. For mixing, we will use water. For color mixing, we will use water. See, you can use flat brush like this, or you can use round brush like this. Okay. Or If you want to use fan brush, you can use fan brush too. That's up to you. Okay. So whatever we have mentioned material list already. If you don't have all the brushes with you, not a problem. Whatever brush you have, you use that. Okay. Today you are going to learn concept. Okay. So after learning the concept, what you have to do? You should apply the concept on the other reference image. Okay. So that these are the brushes. And to cover the larger surfaces, we will be using flat brush like this. Okay. Both the brushes you can use if you have. If you don't have this type of flat brush, you can use the smaller version of this. Okay. These three are fine. Okay. Hi. And you need a cloth or tissue paper. If you want to, if you don't have cloth, you can use tissue paper. I'll be using cloth like this. Okay. Fold the cloth like this. Okay. Don't make it like a ball. Just keep it like this. Okay. While cleaning the brush, you need to clean like this. Okay. Don't rub. Okay. Don't rub like this. Just touch the surface of the cloth and pull it like that. Okay. This is the cloth. If you don't have cloth, you can use tissue paper. So if you are using tissue paper, you just fold the tissue paper in four parts like this. Okay. And keep it aside. So today completely we will do the impression art. So we don't need any scale, pencil, eraser, anything. We need brushes, paint, cloth, and water. You can take water in small container like this. First you need to, before starting, first you need to clean all brushes properly. Okay, now we are going to start the class. Okay, this class will be in English completely. I don't know other languages. Okay, good evening. So this is the landscape which we are going to do now with poster colors. Okay, poster colors are water soluble colors. Okay, so we will do layering method with the poster colors. This is the reference image. This is the reference image of landscape, which you can see the mountains, which is lightly covered with snow, and greenery part, grass part. Okay. And you can see the mountains, which are completely covered with greens and reflection of blues. Blues reflection, why I'm telling? The sky reflection. Okay. And the water part. See here, this is the water part where the reflection of clouds you can see. Okay. And a little bit of reflection of trees. Okay. These are the trees which you can see in the reference image. You'll see the cloud study, sky study, and mountain study It is having so many parts like tree study and water reflection study, everything. Okay. So this is the reference image which we are going to do now. Hi Manjali, you need to take poster colors, brushes which we have mentioned in the group. Okay. And take water in a small container or a cup and cloth or tissue paper. Okay. Now, first, before starting the impression painting, what you need to observe which color is more. When you see the reference image, which color you feel more? You can type in the chat. When I am showing this image, reference image, which color you feel more? For me, it is blue color. Okay, so this is the blue color water with green tint and blue color sky, I feel. Yes, blue color. So first we'll take blue as the primary layer. Okay. After that, we will go go to the other colors. Okay. First in impression painting, what we'll see the primary color. Primary color in the sense it is not like a color wheel. Okay. You'll see primary as the first layer. Primary means first thing, first layer. Okay. First layer, whatever we take, it should be more. Okay. Our eye should go first. On which color our eyesight will go, that color we need to take. Okay. So first you need to take blue color, sky blue color. Okay. Sky blue color, which is also called as cobalt blue hue. Okay. Now how to take cobalt blue hue, I'll show. This is the poster color cobalt blue hue. Poster color cobalt blue hue. Okay. Number is 056. Okay. So you just take little bit of cobalt blue hue to the color palette. So this is my color palette. I am using this color palette. Okay. Now you just take one brush and add little bit of cobalt blue hue. You can use this tool which is called agitator. Okay. This tool we will be using for mixing. Hi Path, good evening. Yeah. We'll be mixing and it is useful to take out the color to the palette. See here, you can, instead of using the brush, you can take color like this and add to your palette like that. Okay, that is called agitator. Now, for this color, add water. Water with the brush. You need to add more. It should look in flowy consistency. So this much you need to add. When you apply this cobalt blue hue to the surface, it should look very light. Okay. So how it will look very light? How it will look very light when you add the water. Okay. So today I already said, today we are not going to draw with pencil. Okay. Today we will directly use the brushes. Okay. And we will draw the reference image. With paint itself, we will draw the reference image. We don't use pencil. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm taking brush like this. You can use this brush or you can use normal brush. Any brush. Okay, any brush can be used. Okay. Now just dip the brush like this on the both the sides. See here, both the sides you need to dip. Just I'm keeping all the things aside. This is my 300 GSM paper, A3 size paper. Okay, you can use A4 size also. Now what I'm doing, according to the reference image, sky part we need to do. So you just add the blue color. It should be light first. So why I am using this type of brush? Because we can apply it evenly in less time. Okay. You can use normal brushes. Not a problem. Yeah, I already mentioned you can use normal brush. Okay. You can use normal brush. Not a problem. I'll be using that brush also. Now I'm cleaning the brush. Keep it aside. I'll take the other brush. Okay. So half of the part you need to make it blue color. Okay. While taking the color itself to your palette, you need to take little more so that the half portion of your paper should cover. Okay. So do it this step. Step 1, you need to make sky. Okay. It need to dry before adding anything to it. Understood? Do it. Once it is done, kindly type yes or completed. Then we will move to the next part. Okay. Now, okay, okay. Yeah, do it. Okay. Whoever done, for them I am telling, take light green, be ready with the light green and white color. We need both the colors, light green and white color. Okay. Be ready with that. Okay. So with three colors, can we do this painting? Is it possible? Type yes or no in the chat box. By using three colors, can we do this painting? Type yes or no in the chat box. Okay. Sanjeev said no. Chandrika said yes. Okay. So now what I'll do? Again, I'll take color palette like this. What to do? I'm explaining the same thing. Okay. We are doing landscape now. Okay. First, I have applied sky blue, that is cobalt blue hue, as the first layer. Okay. Yeah. Again, I am repeating once again. Okay. This is the reference image which we are going to do. Okay. So to do this reference image, we are doing we are doing impression art. That means we don't use any pencil and scale and eraser. We use brushes and paint directly. Okay. And we'll paint. As the first layer, I have painted cobalt blue hue or sky blue for the sky part. Okay. Now for the greenery part, what I'll do, first I'll take light green. Use any flat brush. Take light green, little bit. Okay. We will just draw, just take light green like this with your brush. Okay. And by observing the reference image, you need to mark the, I'm using light green for marking purpose. I'm using the flat brush now. Okay. Yeah. Who are completed, follow the steps. Just I am drawing the reference line with the brush, flat brush. Okay. You need to check the ratios. I'm using light green. Light green or emerald green. Okay. Any name we can call. Okay. I'm just drawing small lines. Okay. You just see the ratios and draw the lines like this. Yeah. I'm drawing it very slow. No need to be in hurry. Okay. And here like this. Like this, you need to draw the reference lines with the light green. Draw this part. I'll wait for a while. Okay, draw it. Use flat brush. Flat brush is helpful when you are drawing the lines. You can use, if you are already an artist, you can use fan brush if you know how to use the fan brush. Okay. Yeah, it will be there in the YouTube itself. Okay. Sanjeev. It will be there in the YouTube. First, you concentrate on the present class. Okay. We will discuss about the next class in the next time. Okay. Done. If you have any relevant question about the poster colors, you can ask me by typing in the chat. You can use chat box whenever you feel to ask question. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay. Now, once it is done, we will go for the mountain lines. Okay. First, we need to make the lines part. So, for that, what I'll do, I'll take Persian blue. See here. Persian blue is a color which is very dark. Okay. So, it will be helpful for making dark tonals. So you can type in the chat what dark tonals are, what are the types of dark tonals we have. If you know, you can type in the chat. Okay. Take Persian blue like this little bit. You just add vermilion hue or orange color. I am using 300 GSM paper. Okay. So now take orange color and just take little bit. Okay. And then just mix with orange. First, I have taken Persian blue, dark blue, and I have mixed with orange color or vermilion hue. In your color box, whatever color you don't have Persian blue, use brown, dark brown you have. So this is only for making outline. Okay, you can use dark brown instead of Persian blue. Don't mix directly. You can use the dark brown for the outline work. Okay. So now I'm just adding this lines. I'm not making it too much dark. Okay. I'm just whatever we see in the reference image, you need to follow that lines. Don't mix too much water in the color. Okay. If you mix too much water, what it will happen? It will flow. Okay. It will get mixed up with the sky blue color or cobalt blue hue which we applied for the sky part. Okay. So you need to be careful. Yeah. I'm okay. Now just slowly you need to drag the lines. Whatever the lines you see in the reference image, you just keep on adding that lines. Okay. This technique is applicable for poster colors and as well acrylics. Okay. Even in other mediums also this technique is useful. Instead of using pencil for making outline reference, we use brush like this. I am using round brush now. So this is the center one for the mountain. You can use any number brush. I am using 4. Okay. For outline, flat brush and round brush, any number brush is useful. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't use brown color. Okay. Because Parth is not having Persian blue. So I suggested him to use brown color. If you have Persian blue, you take Persian blue, mix it with orange. Okay. You will get the dark tones. Did you understood Mamata? Mamta, sorry. Mamta, did you understood? If you have Persian blue, use Persian blue mixed with orange. Okay. Persian blue is very needed in paintings. Okay. And even burnt sienna, that is brown color. We call brown color as burnt sienna. If you want to make note, you can take notebook and write down. So now, Prisha. Okay. Okay, Prisha, that's fine. So whatever the name is visible, I'll call that name only, right? Mm. So in the middle of the mountain, you can see the darker value, that is shadow values. Okay. You should be keep in your mind that shadows are very important. Okay. When you are doing with the impression art. Okay. That only will give depths to your objects. Okay. So I just add little bit like this. It should touch the. See, I am not drawing exact lines, okay? I am just giving the dotted form of lines. See, I am just moving my brush. I am not putting any pressure on the brush. Even in the greeneries, I can see the shadows. So, wherever you see the shadows, you just make note of that. How to make note? Okay, how to make note? You just draw the lines. Okay. So, yeah. Please concentrate and focus in the class. Okay. Don't disturb yourself. Don't get disturbed. Don't get carried away. Okay. Be focused because this is the impression art. If you do anything slight mistake, what happened, you can't change. Okay. So in the chat box, only relevant questions are allowed. If you don't understood anything, you can ask. Okay. And don't use chat box for other things. Is that clear for everyone who have joined? Yeah. Okay. Use chat box for good things, only for class relevant questions. Okay. So if you are saying hi to me, you should mention your name. Without your name, how can I reply you back? Right? So mention your name. Mini said hi. Hi. So mountain part is done. Now, now you can do this one. Once it is done, we'll just wait for a while. Let it dry. The line should get dry. Okay. Then only we can move to the next step. Okay. So step 3 is the mountain part lines. You can use any brush. Yeah. So everyone done, completed. Nasreen, Parth, Rawat, hi. Okay. See, when you use same impression art in watercolor painting, it will be different. Okay. In watercolor painting, yeah. In watercolor painting, what it will do, it will get mixed up. Why I'm telling watercolor painting, poster and watercolor are almost same. Okay. So poster and watercolors are almost same. So we need to see the water and color ratio. Okay. So this poster color, what it will do, layer by layer, once it is get dried, color won't get mixed up. Okay. But in watercolor painting, color will get mixed up. Okay. So you need to be careful when you are using the watercolors. When you are in the poster colors, no need to be uh, like you need to be wait till it dry properly. Once it is dried, we can go to the next layers. Okay. So that is the benefit of the poster color. Now what I'll do, I'll take my color palette now and take white color, very little bit. Take white color. Okay. And take brush. Use flat brush for the sky part. Okay. And just add little bit of water to it. I'm adding very little of water. Okay. This much is enough. Okay. Now what I'll do simultaneously, I'll take cobalt blue hue, the brush which you used for white, taking white paint, you should not use the same brush for the cobalt blue hue. Okay. Because in the bottle, color bottle, white color will get change. So just add little bit of water to the cobalt blue hue. Take white color, poster white, and take cobalt blue hue. Okay. Add little bit of water. Okay. That's fine. Now to this same, you just take the Persian blue. I'm taking Persian blue. These three colors we need now. Okay. Take Persian blue. Add little bit of water to it. Okay. Now clean your brush properly. We have taken three colors: cobalt blue hue, white color, and Persian blue. Okay. For the sky part. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll take flat brush. I'm taking flat brush. Okay. Now in a circular way, you make some dots. Just take white and in a circular way, just make the dots. When you are working with the white color, you need to go with the layering method. Then only white color will get visible properly. Okay. So white here you can see white is not looking more. So slowly near to the mountain, you just need to mix up with the sky blue. That is cobalt blue hue. Okay. Just one layer. Okay. You should not paint anything. You just touch the surface of the paper with the brush. How I am showing, like that you need to do. Okay. So that if you do like this, what happen? The apt color will start coming out. Okay. So clouds are not visible direct white. They are not in direct white. So you should need to keep in mind that according to that you need to do. Okay. Like this. And back side of the mountain, you can see the light way of light mix with blue color, light blue mix with white color. Okay, that is not complete white. Okay, hue of the cloud, small little bit hue of the cloud you can see here. So to show hue of the cloud, the borderline should be in white, and slowly you need to reduce the portion of ratio of the white color like this. I'm just dabbing my brush in circular motion. Whatever brush you take, okay? In the circular motion itself, you need to do like this. Okay. And this side, same thing like this. It is not having any definite shape. Okay. So you just take the border shape of the cloud. Okay. So even when you are going for the live painting, same thing you need to do. You just see the highlight of the cloud. Okay. Through that highlight of the cloud, you need to follow the steps. Now, near to the white lines, I'll be adding little bit of blue. So cobalt blue hue I'm using. On the wet surface itself, you need to add the cobalt blue hue. Okay. Now here, near to the mountains, there is a snow hue is there. Okay, which is not complete white. It is mixed with blue. Okay, so that mix I'm doing. But to make it visible more, for the borders I am adding little bit of white. Okay, so we are not adding direct white. Okay, we are taking help of white paint and we are making the getting into the process. Okay, so don't use the direct white. You just mix some or the other color like this and use the white paint. Okay, just and now here I'm just moving my brush and I'm making little more dark here. So because this mountains are covered with snow, so when we are doing with the white paint, okay, that snow part should be visible more. So that only I'm just covering with sky blue like this. So perspective should come here. Okay, for every art there will be some or the other perspective. Yeah, is that okay? Now what I'm doing, I'm taking little bit of Persian blue and mixing with white color. At the edges, I just add the blue. If it is uneven also, that also fine. Okay. Sky always doesn't look in evenly, right? So not a problem. Okay. According to the according to your perspective, it will be different. According to my perspective, it will be different. It depends upon you. Okay. You just listen the concept. Okay. Whatever you observe in the reference image, that you need to put on the paper. Okay. Concept is must. Okay. So there is no right and wrong in the painting. We are not making any photocopy of the reference image. We are taking the inspiration of the reference image and we are making it look more beautiful. Okay. So even in the live painting, what we'll do, we'll take the inspiration. Okay. So to look this cloud, to make clouds highlight what I'm doing, I'm just making the background little bit dark by using the color Persian blue mixed with white. Okay. So you can use whatever brush you have. So this part I'll leave because here we will get trees. So I don't touch that part. I'll leave like that. Now I'm going to clean my brush and backside of the mountain I want little bit snow texture. So to make it the wet surface itself I'm adding little bit of white like this. Okay. So this step do it. Till then we'll discuss about the poster colors. Okay. So what are the primary colors you know? You just type in the chat. What are the primary colors you know? We will discuss about the color wheel. It will be helpful for you, right? So we'll discuss about the color wheel. Okay. So you can interact with me by typing in chat. Okay. So what are the primary colors you know? You just type in the chat. Yes. Blue, red, yellow. Still, what's your name? Mukesh. Is that your name, right? Hi, Kasturi. How are you? So, what I was asking, what are the primary colors you know? Yes, Mukesh. Mukesh said blue, red, yellow. So, is that correct? Please type yes or no in the chat. Okay. So, you should be interactive more. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Only Mukesh type blue, red, and yellow. Please. Others also should be active. Use chat box and mention the colors. Okay. Yes. So done. Can I move to the next step now? So here you should not leave any hard lines. Okay. To avoid hard lines, what you should do, you just dip your brush in the water and pull color like this and paint in the complete surface. Okay. Don't leave any hard lines. Okay. Or sharp lines. Okay. Now cloud part and the cloud study is done. Okay. Now we will move to the next step where we'll see the mountains. How to paint mountains and what are the colors we are going to use. Okay. Yes. Yeah. For the mountains, what I'll do, take the palette, color palette. Okay. See, if you see the reference image, you can see the dark parts. See here, snow is not covered completely on the mountain. Okay. So snow is little bit, not in complete way, but in small portions, snow is covered. On top of that, what is happening here? The shadow of mountain is forming. Okay. On one part, if you observe all the mountains in the reference image, you can see the shadow part. Okay. See here, this is the shadow. And here, this is the shadow of this mountain. Okay. And also you can see the highlight values. How to see the highlight values? The brightest part in the image. Okay. That is called highlight values. You see, these are the highlight values of the mountain in the white way. White color are there, no? That there the sun reflection, light reflection is touching or light rays are touching and forming the highlights on the mountain. Okay. When there is highlight part, there will be some shadow part. Understood? So now what we'll do, we will see the darker parts first, darker values first. We will cover all the darker values. How much we can cover that and all, we'll cover the darker values. After that, we'll move to the white color. Understood, everyone? Can we move to the next step? Ready? Yes. Then now for the darker value, I'll mix. I'm, I have already mixed this color. I'll mix Persian blue and orange color. Okay. For the darker value, I'll mix Persian blue and orange color. If you don't have this dark, what you do? You just take black color now. If you don't have, go for the black color. Okay. Take very little bit of black to your palette like this. Observe the screen. Okay. Don't do. Observe the screen what I'm doing. Afterwards you can do. Okay. And clean your brush. Now take white color. Okay. We need little bit grayish color. Okay. So for a darker tone which I mix, for that also I will be mixing with white. Okay. You can use in the both the steps. If you don't have Persian blue, you should go for this step. Take little bit of black and little bit of white. You will get some mid gray value. Okay. Mid gray value we need. Okay. If you don't have this, if you don't want to do black and white directly, okay, you can follow this step. Take Persian blue, mix with orange, you will get dark tone. Now you mix this dark tone with the white color. This color is different from gray color. Did you understood? Do it once on your color palette. You can use both of the colors. Okay. Doesn't mean only one color you need to use. Not like that. You can use any of this color. Okay. So did you got these colors when you mixed? Did you got these colors? Now, yeah. Yes. Good, Chandrika. Now what we'll do, I'll keep this aside first and I'll be using flat brush now for applying this darker values. Small flat brush. Okay. So just don't use too much water when you are mixing the color. Okay. Now start from your left side and just add little bit of gray. See, it is having lines. Okay. That lines also you need to mention like this. Impression art is very easy and compatible. Why? Whenever you travel, okay, whenever you travel to any place, you need not to carry all the pencils, erasers, scales, and all. Okay, you can simply carry some of the brushes and compact paint set. You can good to go. Wherever the darker values I am seeing, that and all I am painting. Okay, so reference image is very important. Follow the reference image. Don't add too much of water. Okay, add 2 to 3 drops of water. That's enough. So you need to observe here. The important step is you need to observe how to move your brush. Okay, you should not scribble here. Okay, you should move your brush in slant line. Yeah, I'm using Persian blue mixed with orange, a bit of white. Okay, if you don't have Persian blue, you can use black and white to get this color. Okay, so this and all. Mukesh, did you got that? Did you understood? Yeah, good, Mukesh. Now, so this part lines are visible in the slant line positions. Here you can see the complete white. White in the sense snowfall. Okay. So complete snowfall you can see here like this. For your brush, no, you should not fill complete color. Okay. And the tip of the brush you need to take the paint. Now this part. So this and all shadow part. Okay. When you mix, listen, I'm asking one question from the color wheel. Okay. If you know the answer, you just type in the chat. Okay. When you mix blue and yellow, what color you will get? You can use chat box to answer. When you mix blue and yellow, what color you will get? I am telling lemon yellow. When you mix blue and yellow, what color you will get? You can mix in your palette and tell. You can mix in your palette and tell. Blue and yellow. Okay. When you mix blue and lemon yellow, we'll get green color. Isn't it? Mix the color in your palette and make note. Green color is the secondary color. Okay. Yeah. We'll get green color. Okay. So to get the dark tones, your color is like brown. Brown is the tertiary color. So I think you did some or the other mistake. So that only you might got that one. Okay. If you keep on mixing colors, okay, you won't get the correct values. I think you might did wrong. So what you do, you just add, mix. Yeah, you just mix black and white color, make it gray. For Mukesh, I am telling. Okay. Mix black and white color. You will get gray color. Okay. That color on top of that you can add. We don't apply direct black on the painting. We will take help of black color by mixing with other colors. Okay, and we'll use. So we are not using direct black. We are just taking help. So did you got it, Mukesh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you mix red and yellow color, what color you will get? When you mix red and yellow, what color you will get? Okay. So I think dark tones we have done. So down here, this part where the greenery is there. Okay. So you should not do too much with gray color. We will do with darker greens. Okay. Just leave it like that. Now clean your brush properly because we're going to use white color now. Okay. Or you can change the brush because if you use the same brush, sometimes color will get mixed with the white. You can't see the result. Okay. So now wherever the spaces we left there and all, you just add white color. I am using same flat brush. Okay. So first what we'll do, we will apply roughly. Afterwards what we'll do, we will try to blend. Okay. So first you need to make some rough painting. This. You should be careful when you are doing the rough painting. It should come properly. Okay. So just add little bit of water to the white paint. I am using direct white. Okay. Because I have already applied the gray color. So what I'll do, once I apply rough paint with white color, I'll blend it. Okay. So just add white color like this. So here I see little bit of grays. That is gray color, which is mix of white. So I'll add gray like this. Okay. And add white color. White color, when we add white color here, it will get the perspective. Okay. So can anyone tell what perspective you can see in this reference image? Orange. Yes. Yes. Orange color. Bhavya. So when you see the reference image, next question I am asking. When you see the reference image, what perspective will you see? Chandrika, orange. Good. What perspective are you seeing when you see the reference image? Whoever my students are there, already my students, they can also tell because we completed the lesson of perspective thinking, right? First layer I'm adding with the white paint. Okay, slowly we will increase the ratio of the white paint. After seeing this reference image, we can observe the perspective. What perspective? One point perspective we can see. Okay. We have only one eye point in the perspective. Why? Eye point, viewpoint, anything we can call. Okay. So which perspective we'll get? We'll get one point perspective. Understood? If you have notes, you can make a note. One point perspective will have only one eye point or one vanishing point, that is VP. Okay. So if you have notes, if you want to make note, you can make it. For in the landscape, usually we will deal with perspectives. Because of that perspective only, we will get to know this is poster color painting. Okay, I am not applying any watercolor. Okay, this is poster color painting. Whenever we are doing with landscapes, okay, we should be very much clear with perspective. One point perspective or 2 point perspective. Why? Because with the perspective only we will see feel the illusion effect. Okay, on the single paper you can see the for your eyes you feel few objects are far away from the eyes and few objects are very near to our eyes. Okay, both are water soluble pigments. Okay, so color watercolor ratio will be different. Okay, and also this poster colors, no, once it is dried it will get set and color won't get mixed. See, on the gray color I am applying the white, it won't set, it won't get mixed and it won't get spoil. When you are using the watercolor, it will be very difficult to get set and to stop it with mixing with first layers. Okay, it will be difficult. So you can take it as a difference. Okay. Now I am applying the second layer for the gray. Yeah. Now I am applying the second layer for gray color. So I'll just take little bit of this many days we did only watercolors. Okay. Now we are doing poster colors. Okay, Rawat. This many days we did watercolor only. Now take little bit of black and add here to give little more depth. To add little more depth. Don't draw lines, okay? You just paint with dark blue, or if you don't have Prussian blue, use black color. Okay. Thank you, Rawat. Okay. So now I'll give little more white color, white layers for the mountain so that the perspective will come properly. Okay. So I'll be adding the second layer for the white. This is a snow one. Okay. I want to make it little more appealing to our eyes. Yeah. You need to use little water. You should not use more water. Okay. Directly you can apply, or you can mix water little bit and you can use. Okay, Rawat? Yes. Just add little bit of white here like this. Okay, now what you do is just add with white paint, just add lines, small lines to make it little more natural. Okay, just add lines. With the same brush you can add, take white paint. Okay, and add little lines, small lines like this. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just take little more darker tone, that is Persian blue, little bit of Persian blue, and I'll mix little bit of black. I'll mix little bit of black with Persian blue. Okay, see this part I want little more dark so that highlight value should will come out. Okay, so I want it to be reflection of sky. I don't want this part to be gray. Okay, some part of the mountain should look like reflection of sky. Okay, sky what color we did? We did with blue. So I am taking blue mixed with black. Understood everyone? See like this. Okay, and some part of whites, snow part, just add little bit of lines with darker value. Okay, so it will start adding the depth to the painting. like this. Just add little bit of lines. Very fine lines. You should not add thick lines. Okay, very, very small, small, fine, fine lines. Or you can call it as strokes, lines, anything. Okay. Now this part I want little more white. So this is the highlight part where I want more white. So I'll take white directly and I'll add thick white. I have not mixed with blue, water, anything. Okay. So that that part should look highlighted. Highlight value should look properly. Okay. So even at the top of the mountain here, white is looking more this part. Okay. So till here you do. Once it is completed, please let me know. Okay. Yeah. So once it is done, what we'll do, we will see the mix of green in the mountain. Okay, this part. Slowly we will move to the greenery part. Okay, did you understood? Everyone. So are you able to follow the class? Do you have any questions to ask? If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, done. Now we'll go to the greenery of the mountain. To for the greenery part, what we'll do, we will take light green. Okay, you can mix colors and you can get like cobalt blue hue mixed with lemon yellow, you will get green. That green also fine. No, I have mixed Persian blue with black. Okay, Rawat, I used Persian blue with black. Okay, yeah. For green, you just take direct emerald green. I'm taking emerald green or light green. I want little more like this. Now take little bit of black. Take, I used Persian blue mixed with orange. Okay. And if you want to use Persian blue, if you don't have Persian blue, you can mix black and white. Okay. Yes. For mountain only I'm telling. Till now we have done, right? For mountain, I used gray color. If you don't have uh, Persian blue, use get gray by mixing black and white. Okay. You just take black and take little bit of white, mix it, you will get gray. Okay. Now I am mixing green with black color. Light green with black color. See here, I'll get dark green. This green I want. This is called sap green. Okay. So for the mountain, there is little bit of green is there. So for that, I'll be using this color, green color. So leave little spaces when you are adding the color. Okay. In the middle, we need to use yellow. Okay. So little bit of light green where the highlights are visible. Little bit of light green like this. Okay. And little bit of white and little bit of sap green. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Bhavya. Okay. Now I need dark green for the darker tone. To get darker tone, mix emerald green with the black. If you don't have black color, what you do? You just take the dark green directly from your colors. Okay. No need of mixing like this. This side, on your right side, shadow is visible. Okay. So to cover that shadow part, we will be using sap green like this or darker version of the green and just draw lines to make it more appealing to your eyes. Okay, now perspective has started. See, you can see the difference. In green, dark and light use what color mix up? Okay. For darker green, you take light green and mix it with black. Okay. To get lighter version of green, mix it with white. Okay. So just on top of this, just add, clean your brush properly. Okay. And now start adding light green. Okay, Mukesh. Like this. Never ever leave the sharp edges. So you should be very much careful on that. And just add light green here. So this is the highlight for this small mountain which is having the greenery. Okay. Now take dark yellow or medium yellow. Any yellow you can take. Okay. So I am taking chrome yellow. Chrome yellow is a type of yellow which gives the ratio of medium. Medium color ratio it will give. So take chrome yellow if you have. If you don't have chrome yellow, you take dark yellow. Okay. So I'll just take chrome yellow and wherever the greens are there, I'll add little bit of yellow. Yellow will always give the highlight for the objects. Okay. Whenever you are adding green, you need to try to add the yellow part, yellow color. It will give highlight for the ratios. Okay. Highlight for the green ratios like this. Should properly blend over the green. See, like this you need to blend. Properly you need to blend. Yes, smart. Like this. Take little bit of yellow on top of the green. You just put little bit pressure with your brush and pull the color so that it will get mix up with the green. Okay. Then it will look like highlight value. Okay. So even though it is having highlight value, okay, some of the shadows I can observe here. So to get the shadow value, what I'll do, I'll add little bit of green like this, dark green to get the shadow value. And so I don't leave any sharp edges. To avoid the sharp edges, again I'll be blending like this. Clean your brush properly and blend the lines like this. Okay. So now the green part of the mountain is done. Till here, did you understood? Do you have any questions? So if you don't have any questions, we'll move. So here, just add, yeah, here you just add dark green down. We'll slowly move to the darker value of the mountains. Okay, dark green value of the mountain. So darker green you just take and add here like this. Okay. See, I'm using only flat brush. Okay. With the flat brush only, I'm making the painting. Now you can see the small far distant trees. So use little bit of black color and you just add small trees like this. It is not properly visible, but there are few trees are there. So you need to make effect of the trees, tree effects. For this you can use any round brush. Okay. I'll show round brush. With round brush also we can do. So I'll show with round brush. So till here you can do. Now with the round brush I'll be taking little bit of color and add like this. Inverted V's. Okay. Like this. Okay. Here you can see trees, but not in actual, not in proper way. Okay. Like this you need to add the trees. See, small trees, big trees. Okay. Use black color for this. Here and all you can see the. Now we'll move to the next step where we'll take the green color, little bit of light green, and we'll paint with the light green here. Little bit of light green, and here paint with the light green. Okay. When you add the trees, okay, the perspective will start looking out. Okay, that illusion effect we will get. Okay, so for that reason you need to add the trees above here. That is dark. Here also little bit dark. So direct dark I can see. So direct green you can add for this. We'll complete it today only. Okay, so please stay with me. We'll finish it. Once you have finished your artwork, you need to share with me to my WhatsApp number. Okay, so that I can see how much you have understood. Okay, now I'll take chrome yellow. Chrome yellow is very useful to make the highlights. So I'll always use chrome yellow like this to make the highlight value look properly. Okay, so near to the water, just add chrome yellow. Take little bit of green, dark green, which is mix of black. Okay, and you can slowly pull upwards. Going to change my brush now so that I make little bit fast here so that it should not get dry. So if it is dried, you will see the lines, hard lines. So we should not make it like that. So add little bit of green, this part. Okay. And here you just mix the color properly. You need to blend with the dry brush, you need to blend it properly. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll clean the brush. Now I'll start doing river work, water work. For that, take cobalt blue hue to your palette. Take cobalt blue hue and take white color. You can use titanium white or you can use silver white, anything, any white or poster white. If you don't want to use silver or titanium white, you can use poster white. Okay. So there will be slight difference. All these three whites, there will be slightly difference. Okay. So just mix both white and cobalt blue hue. Once you have mixed it properly, with the flat brush. See here, near to the greenery, just leave little spaces like this and add water. See how I am holding the brush. See, like this you need to hold. Okay. So when it come near, there you need to add little bit of green. Okay, this part. So when you take green, take emerald green, light green, and mix it with little bit of blue. Okay, we don't want this much green, so I'm just taking off little bit of green here. It will give marine green color. Okay, so to get that marine green, I use this one. So once it is done, little bit of blue. Now what I'll do, I'll take Persian blue, and wherever the lines I kept white, there and all, I'll give the darker tones so that the wave structure will come out. Okay. To get that wave structure, you need to leave little spaces of white, and the wave structure will be visible like this. Okay. So the water one is completed. Now what I'll do, I'll just take darker version of green and I'll just give some lines like this. Yeah, light green. Use light green for the water. Okay. Everyone, are you able to follow? Now I am adding trees here with the black color. I'll add trees. I have taken this small round brush to make it little fast. Okay. Yeah, Mukesh, do. Use black color for making the trees and use black mix of green. That also fine. If you don't like to add black directly, use mix with green. Okay, that also fine. Here and all you can see the trees. Like this. Okay. These small lines. So which should look like grass or something. You can use fan brush to make this one, or if you don't have fan brush, you just use the brush like this. Okay. Once you have done the tree work, you just blend the lines properly. Okay. Blending is very important. If you don't blend it properly, okay, that perspective won't be visible properly. So to make it look, I'm just adding some lines near to the mountain. I'll add some lines. Okay. And now what I'll do, near to the mountain, there is a tree. For that, I'm just here, this part. For that, I'm just adding one big straight line, this much. Now, I'll start adding lines like this. Okay, you can use filbert brush as well. If you have filbert brush with you, you can use filbert brush. I'll show how it will look. It will look like this, filbert brush or U brush. Okay, see, like this you can use. Just take little bit of paint. So when you are using filbert brush, you should not take mix too much of water for the paint. Okay, so it will cover more surface with the less time. So filbert brush is used like this. First I have applied the darker tones. Okay. Afterwards we can increase the lighter values. Like this. Okay. Now what you do, take brown color, take brown color, little bit of brown to your palette, and take white color, little bit of white. Just mix the both colors properly, and little bit you need to add the stem part. Don't draw complete line, just make it like this. Okay. Now clean your brush. Start adding the yellow color for the highlights. With the filbert brush only I am doing. Just add, for highlight, add yellow color. Okay. The leaves which are facing towards the mountain, there will be sunlight. Okay. So that side you need to add the yellow color. Should not add completely. Okay. The part which is facing towards the mountain, there you need to add the yellow color. Okay. So rest of the plants, you need to do the same thing. So first what I'll do this part, and so first I'll take green color. First we'll apply the base part here with the green and yellow. A little bit of dark green here. Little bit of yellow. Okay. And add little bit of yellow. Yellow, I'm again telling yellow, I'm taking chrome yellow. Okay. Take chrome yellow. If you don't have chrome yellow, take medium yellow. Okay. So near to this, just add little bit of green, like this. And clean your brush properly. Just blend it with the dry brush. Near to the plant roots, you just pull lines like this so that the perspective will come out. Okay. And this side also same thing. One second. Okay. Now I'll take light green. I'll take light green and I'm applying the light green directly. I'm not mixing any color here. And a little bit of dark green. Dark green, how we got? We got by mixing black. Okay. So little bit of dark green and little bit of chrome yellow. So just blend it properly, both the sides. When it come near to us, it should look little bit of light. Okay. So for this, you need to understand the color wheel. Okay. So in the color wheel, we will be having three colors. That is yellow, blue, and red. Okay. So by mixing the colors, no, for tree I used black color. Okay. By mixing the colors, okay, we will get secondary, tertiary colors. Okay. With that colors only, we need to make the painting. Now I need little bit of dark here. So I'll add little bit of dark. This part. Which are far away from our eyes, you just add darker values. Okay. So we took the reference image as our inspiration. According to that, we are doing. Okay. We are not making photocopy of this image. Okay. So you should keep in that mind. Keep that in mind and do. Now near this side, you just add the blue color. Here and all blue. Okay. And start adding the tree now. So take little bit of green on top of this, add, yeah. So add little bit of green here. Okay, that shine has to come. Just add little bit of green like this. Okay. Now back side, same thing. Trees you need to add here also. So take 1 second. I'll do this part. Okay. So just add like this. Okay. And here also same. We need some impression. That's it. No need to be exact. We need impression. With the impression only you need to work. Okay. Now just take green part. and add trees. Just take black color, mix it with the green. You will get the darker value. With the darker value, you can make this structures. Okay. On this side, same. Can make like this. And just add little bit of green. Here, this side. Okay. And let it dry. Till then we will do the left side. Okay. We are almost completed. We will just add some trees here. Okay. Because in the reference we see the trees. So we'll add some trees. So almost completed. Stay with me. Once the painting artwork, your artwork is finished, kindly share the artwork to me to my WhatsApp number. Mention your name and then send. Okay. So just give some green color here. And then you need to see the variations in the green itself. Okay. We have different variations here. I'll just add trees. Okay. Mm. In the middle, you just draw one line so that it will start looking properly. These are pine trees which will be there in the mountains. Okay. Once you have drawn like this, you just add one line and just make it like this. And again, one line, few dots, make it like that. Okay. And again, line. Make it like that. Okay. And this side, let's make. So very near you need to do. Just trees are pending. We will complete that one. Okay. Still we need 15 minutes. We'll complete it. Okay. As I said, we should not leave any sharper edge. So with the brush, we need to blend the down part of the trees. So which color you need to take? Green or yellow color? Green or yellow color. With that, you need to blend. Okay. So few white spaces you need to leave. very near and all. You need to make trees like this. So trees will add what? It will add perspective to your paintings. Okay. Yes. Okay. Can use round brush to this part. Yes, here it is dried, so I'm doing this part. Yeah, this is A3 size paper. Okay. So here and all we will add some stones. Okay, before that I'll just make sure here this one should be covered properly. Let me cover this one. So I want it look little more dark here, darker value. So I'll make some darker tones for this plant. Sorry, for this tree. Okay. So the tree which is facing towards the mountain. Okay. That should have some highlights. The tree which is not facing towards mountain, that need to have darker tones. Okay, here and all you just add some water flow like this, which is shown in the reference. Now I'll add little browns. I'll take brown color. Brown is very important for the land values. Okay, so for the land values, here near to the that is land value we call here. You need to add the little bit of brown. Don't add too much. Add very little so that the land value should be visible properly. Okay. So here also we just add the browns. That will add little bit depth to your painting. Okay. Now what I'll do near to here, this part, I will add little stones with brown color. This part, I'll just add little brown. So the ground area should be visible. Okay. That's it. Little more touch-ups. This part. Just touch-up part is remaining. Where we will add little small trees. Take green and black. Take green and black. Don't take direct black now. Because yellow will be the highlight. Okay. On top of that, green and black will give the more visible of highlight value. Okay. So why we are doing with the darker tone? Because one of the tree, every tree is having shadow part which is falling on the other tree. So to make that, we are using the darker tones for the trees. Okay. So this part you just make some line. Okay. And only thing here I need little more highlight value, so I'll add little green here. Light green. Like this. I want little more highlight to be visible. So I don't want complete dark. Okay. So that the land value will be visible. Okay. This is my painting. And we are almost completed. Done. So I'll just mention my name here. You can also mention your own names for your artwork and send it to my WhatsApp number. Okay. Just I'll do little touch-ups. So if you have any queries, you can ask. We have finished this work. Okay. If you have any questions, now you can ask. Just I'll make some dots for the land value. Okay. If you have any queries, you can ask. I'll give 15 minutes time that you can ask. Okay. So we have almost done, completed, not almost completed. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Everyone, whoever completed your artwork, kindly submit your artwork to my WhatsApp number, which I have given. This one, yeah, green and lemon yellow you can mix. Okay. I want little. Just I am putting little dots. So this is not a plain surface, so I'll be adding this. Yeah. Do you have any questions? You can ask. near to this land. I'm just covering with blue. Thank you, Sivakumaran. Thank you. So kindly mention your name and send it to my WhatsApp number. Okay. So WhatsApp number we have mentioned in the chat box. You just check it out. So Preet, thank you. Rawat, thank you. Kindly complete the artwork. Okay. Don't leave like that. And whatever the concept you learned today, you just practice after this class. Whenever you get time, practice it. Okay. Yes. So announcement October 4th and 5th, we have acrylic painting workshop. So if you want to attend today's workshop, you can attend. So for that, more information if you want, you can contact to our WhatsApp number. Okay. Thank you, Rawat. So do you have any questions to ask? 5 more minutes we have. You can see it in the YouTube itself. Okay. This class will get recorded. You can see it in the YouTube itself. You will get after the class is done. Okay. Yeah. The same link you can use for the recordings. You see the recording, the same link you can use. Yeah. Okay. Then we can take leave for the today class. Okay. So stay in the group for further updates of classes. We'll be giving in the group itself. Don't leave the group. Stay in the group. Okay. Bye. Good night. And send it to my WhatsApp number. Purple color, violet color, that and all will come under secondary and tertiary colors. So you need to mix the colors and you should get it. Okay. So as of now, today we didn't use any purple color. So you don't need that. Okay. You just go through the color wheel. You will get it in the Google or any books you can buy. Okay. Bye. Good night.